So you can't have a thought without the wiring, like the actual neurons. Most thoughts we have are repetitive. We've had them before. Like when the alarm goes off in the morning, oh my gosh, this, that, whatever. Oh, my leg hurts. Oh, my back hurts. Oh. So those thoughts are easy because you already have the wiring for those thoughts. And I would say it's 99% of the thoughts you have, 95, something like that, are not original thoughts. It's like what you do every day, your routine. When you're getting out of bed, when you could take a shower. So our shower in our master bedroom is very far from the water heater. It's like a long house, so the water heater's in the garage in the front, and our bedroom is in the very last part of the house. So it takes forever when you turn on the water in the morning, take a shower, for it to get hot. Like longer than I've ever had in any place I've ever lived. It does get hot eventually, so you gotta turn the sink on hot, put the shower on. It takes I don't even know, man, 3 or 4 full minutes for it to get hot. But that's already happened to me so many times. So I already have that wiring, you could say, pre-programmed in my head, to go, oh, blah, 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 right? And that's almost everything. So I live with a dog that once I walk in the front door is my shadow. It's a pit bull mix, female. And I'm the one that feeds her most of the time, so that's a good reason why she follows me around, right? But so right when I walk in and I see her, and she goes berserk when I get home. Oh, here we go. That group of thoughts. I see my cat. That group of thoughts. It's like on autopilot. It's the same thing almost every time. You see people. Right now I'm driving in traffic. I'm driving on this freeway. I'm like, oh, see, this freeway is always busy. There's always a bunch of trucks on the 10 freeway. You know what I mean? So you have that wiring. Once in a while, something new happens to you. And probably even those thoughts, even though you've never had that specific situation happen to you, you've had your brain look for something similar. Oh, it's like this. So really, 99.999% of thoughts are based on previous experience. Either you've already done it over and over again, like your daily routine, or your brain looks for, okay, what is this like? Oh, it's like this. It's like this other situation. So that's what it is. And you have a programmed reaction. So that's what everybody's living in, like robots. We're just going through life with all these pre-programmed thoughts and reactions because of our wiring in our brain. And a lot of them are this wiring happened when we were little kids. We didn't even know. We didn't know about any of this. We had these experiences, and a lot of us had, bad experiences. And I don't mean it could be abusive, but not even abusive per se, just like stuff that goes on, Like me, I used to, when I was in kindergarten, first grade, I used to pee my pants. That's embarrassing, right? I remember one time, I think I was in first grade, I had to go up for sharing, show and tell, and I had a big pee stain on my pants. Things like that, I used to stutter when I was a little kid. I still stutter a little bit once in a while right now if I talk too fast, but I've recently, in the last, 10, 15 years, kind of taught my mind, slow down, When I was little, how my parents raised me, how my dad was with me. He was a yeller. Not in an abusive really way, but I think what it was he scared me really bad a couple times, raising his voice. And or I think one time I was in a restaurant misbehaving, and he took me outside and spanked me on my butt and yelled at me, and I was like, So I think we take for granted or don't realize how impactful that kind of wiring could be, that kind of experience, how it just hardwires you and just gets reinforced and reinforced and reinforced as you're growing up as a kid. And then as an adult, you don't even realize, because you would think, okay, me being like 4 years old in a restaurant, misbehaving and getting yelled at and spanked, how that wiring affects other things as an adult, as a, you know, how it affected me as a growing up as a kid, as a teenager, as a young adult, as an adult. I might get triggered by something that somebody, I have some kind of minor verbal or mental conflict with somebody, but I get so upset about it because it triggers that memory of getting yelled at or getting disciplined or getting embarrassed. Embarrassed, that's a good one. We all don't want to be embarrassed, right? I think that's what a lot of our trauma is. We got embarrassed as little kids by situations, our parents disciplining us. And not saying that we shouldn't be disciplined. You've been around kids who don't get disciplined, it's not good, right? But there's a way to do it. And even if you are harsh with your child, you explain afterwards, after everybody calms down, then you can, you know, explain, hey, this is why I'm doing this. Maybe I didn't have to. And you can even, you know, say, hey, maybe I didn't have to get that upset about it. You know, things like that. But we don't get that. A lot of us didn't get that as kids. We just got disciplined harshly, or we got embarrassed as little kids in school by, you know, the bullying in school. All this stuff is wired in our brains. It's like our operating system, and we don't realize how it affects all the things we try to do as adults. And we're like, why can't I do this? Why can't I do this thing? Why am I so worried about somebody telling me no, somebody rejecting me, somebody thinking what I'm doing is not a good thing to do, or somebody thinking how I'm doing this is not a good, you know, all this stuff is because of our wiring that we have in our brains, and we don't even realize it. And so what happens is we get stuck. We get stuck in situations like working a job that you don't like, with people you don't like, with a commute you don't like, with a time commitment that you don't like, for not enough money. And you're like, why am I doing this? Why am I stuck in this situation? Why can't I get myself out of it? Because your wiring stops you. Your wiring stops you. And you don't even realize it. You just think, oh, I'm just not cut out for that, or I'm not, it's too uncomfortable, or what, every thought like that is too uncomfortable. I'm not cut out for that. I could never do that. I could never learn that. That's all wiring. You think you're having these thoughts independently or just out of thin air, you're not. These thoughts are coming from your wiring in your brain. So what do? Two things. You need to start rewiring your brain, and it's almost like there's two ways to do it. You can rewire your brain, have new thoughts, and think those thoughts. Is it really that? Somebody, I'm in sales and somebody told me they didn't want to buy from me. Oh my God, it's so horrible. Wait a minute. Is it really that bad? Is it really embarrassing, Darren? Is it really that bad? Is that the last person you can talk to on the face of the earth? No. Are you injured because somebody told you no, I don't want to buy your thing, or I don't want to join your business or company? No. You're good. I'm okay. Oh, okay. That's rewiring, and doing it over and over again. Or the other way you can do it is just do it anyway. And even doing it anyway, like, so they say, like, you could say, learn how to not be scared. That's one way. That's what I just talked about. Or the other way is be scared and do it anyway. And even that's rewiring, because if you do something that you're uncomfortable doing, like say the situation, like say you're in a home-based business and you want to approach somebody about it, but you don't do it because it's too uncomfortable. So you can rewire that and say, it's not really that uncomfortable there. Having somebody stab me with a knife, that's uncomfortable. Kicking a rock, that's uncomfortable. Having a wild animal chase me and bite me, that's uncomfortable. Somebody telling me no, that's not uncomfortable. Or you do it anyway. You feel uncomfortable and you do it anyway. And you do it over and over again, and you do it anyway, and that also creates new wiring. So either way, either you overcome the old wiring and think that's not really that bad, or you just do it anyway. That creates a new wiring, which creates a new identity. And now for that new person, it's not uncomfortable. It's just like, it's like a cotton ball against a brick wall. That's what I wanted to share with you guys today.